6th Town Board meeting via Zoom. Mr. Clerk, roll call.
Supervisor Wareheim,
Here.
Councilman McCarthy,
Here.
Councilwoman Noack,
Here.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Here.
Councilman Lohman. On mute, Councilman.
Here.
Okay, we'll begin sitting as the Board of Water Commissioners. Deputy Clerk?
Have the minutes of March 25th and one resolution authorizing transfers between accounts.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes. We will reconvene as Town Board, and we have one public hearing this afternoon. Matt Collado from Planning Department will be presenting that public hearing. Deputy Clerk?
First, as Supervisor said, is a public hearing for the town board to consider the town board's own motion for a change of zone from office business to neighborhood business for the property located on the southeast corner of Route 347 and Route 111. Currently at this location is the Hop Hog Diner. The residents within 200 feet of the property have been notified and the signs have been placed on the property. And Matt Collabo from the Planning Department is here to talk about the change in zone. Matt?
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Supervisor and members of the Town Board. My name is Matt Collado. I am a planner in the Planning Department. Before I begin, I'd just like to share my screen. So today we have a Town Board owned motion to change 525 Smithtown Bypass, which is the Hop Hog Palace Diner, from office business to neighborhood business. Right now, the restaurant is a non-conforming use because it's in the office business district, which does not permit restaurant. So by changing the zone to neighborhood business, it will put the building in the right zoning district and right size the existing use. This could also help facilitate in the future if the owner wants to put an addition or any alterations to the site. It'll help facilitate that. As you know, the town is doing an update to the town master plan. It is a draft plan right now, but the consultants H2M did look at this site as well as a couple other properties in this area, and they do recommend this site be zoned NB. Again, it is only a draft, but we've reviewed it and we also agree with that zone change recommendation. And that's pretty much it. We did refer this to the Suffolk County Planning Commission. They consider this a matter for local determination. If the board has any questions, I can answer.
No questions by the board?
No.
That change what's already there. It doesn't change anything for the diner, correct?
It does not.
Okay.
Right. Lynn, just this was changed back some years ago by the then Town Board to the present zoning category. So recommendations for the comprehensive master plan, we're just changing it back to what it originally was by our board own motion, and that also has the diner now as a conforming use.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No. No.
Is there anyone, Nicole, that wishes to be heard on this public hearing?
Supervisor, I do not have anyone right now. I just would remind individuals to either use the chat function or raise your hand and I'll call on you. But no one has their hand raised, Supervisor.
Okay, if need be, we can go back to if there's anyone wishing to be heard. So I'll give it a minute before we close. Just let me know if anybody comes up to speak.
Still not, Supervisor.
Okay, then I will move to close the hearing.
Second that.
Supervisor Wareheim,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilman Lohman.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Collado.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, you too. Deputy Clerk, we'll continue on the agenda.
Okay, Okay, authorize the town clerk to advertise for 2 public hearings via Zoom on April 22nd at 2 o'clock. The first is to consider entry onto property located at 114, 118 West Main Street for the purpose of remediating or removing structures thereat designated unsafe in accordance with Chapter 112 of the Town Code. And the second hearing will be to consider a proposed amendment to zoning code chapter 322 as it relates to site plan approval extension.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella,
yes,
Councilwoman Noah,
yes,
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
yes,
We have consent agenda controller number 1 to 4 and consent agenda resolutions 1 and 2.
is there anyone on the town council that wishes to have any of the resolutions and the consent agenda removed?
No. No.
Clerk?
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella,
yes,
Councilman Noah,
yes,
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes,
Okay, the town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for bids 2135 annual requirements contract for tree removal and brush clearing in town maintained drainage sumps, and 2134 annual requirements contract for traffic sign material.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella,
yes,
Councilwoman Noah,
yes,
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
yes,
Town board to award the following bids and authorize the purchase of associated goods and services. Bid 2119 for arts and craft supplies to S&S Worldwide Cascade School Supplies and Lakeshore Learning Materials. And bid 2123 parking lot paving at Flynn Memorial Park to Pascal Asphalt Paving.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella,
yes,
Councilwoman Noah,
yes,
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
yes,
Town board to approve the following. The town attorney or appropriate official to enter into stipulation of settlement or agreement and consent to the entry of order with regard to various tax certiorari matters. The highway department to purchase an excavator from H-O Machinery Company. The traffic safety department to purchase a truck with articulating aerial boom from Altec Industries. An extension of bid 1937 for traffic sign materials with U.S. standard sign. Benjamin Rella from the highway department to attend an advanced TIG welding course at Suffolk BOCES in Brentwood. The tax assessor and the board of assessment review to accept 2021 grievance complaints and or petitions for judicial review of assessments via email, facsimile, or other digital means as authorized by the Real Property Tax Law number 104. Modification of the Community Development Program budget years 2017, 18, and 19 to transfer monies between accounts to supplement the Senior Citizen Home Shore Program and the removal of architectural barrier line, and further authorize the town clerk to place a public notice in the official newspaper regarding authorization to modify the budget lines in year 2017, 18, and 19, and authorize the supervisor to sign any forms necessary to effect said amendment. Voluntary extension of the paid leave benefits outlined in the American Rescue Act Plan of 2021 for town employees. The town board to appoint Paul Rubano as town controller for the town of Smithtown, term of office from May 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021. And last is an amendment to the CSC collective bargaining agreement regarding the title of auto body mechanic.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella,
yes,
Councilwoman Noah,
yes,
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
yes. Before we continue, as we all know, Mr. Don Musnug is going to retire. On behalf of the town board, we would like to thank him for his service to the town of Smithtown. He's done an excellent job. He's going to be replaced by Mr. Paul Rubano, who we wish well, and congratulations to him. Deputy Clerk?
Authorize the supervisor to execute the following resolutions on a form approved by the town attorney. An agreement with Condoras to provide managed services for the town of Smithtown virtualized service environment. Specialized service agreement between Flips Gymnastics Incorporated and the Recreation Department from January 1st through December 31st, 2021. An agreement with Landscape Structures to furnish and install playground equipment and safety surface at Flynn Memorial Park. A specialized service agreement with Nisqually River Canoe and Kayak Rentals and the Recreation Department to provide canoe trips on July 24th, 2021. And there's two agreements with Suffolk County Water Authority. The first is for a 2-inch water line bullet under Jericho Turnpike for a water tap at the Smithtown Historic Society at a cost of $51,000. And the second is to execute an agreement for new services at 245 Middle Country Road at a cost of $51,287 on a form to be approved by the town attorney.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nizzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
Approve a settlement in the matter of the town of Smithtown versus Steve Zakari in the amount of $570.28. And sorry, it's Steve Zakari versus the town of Smithtown, reverse that.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nizzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
And the last item is personnel issues number 1 to 13 as described on the agenda.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nizzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes. That concludes resolutions. Nicole, do we have anyone that wishes to speak on any town matter this afternoon?
Supervisor, no, I do not have anybody with their hand raised.
Okay, that concludes resolutions. I will move to go into executive session on a personnel matter.
Second.
Supervisor Wareham,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nizzarella,
Yes.
Councilman Lohman.
Yes. Okay, we've completed executive session. I will move to close the meeting of this afternoon.
Second.
Supervisor Wareham,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack, Councilwoman on mute,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nizzarella,
Yes.
Councilman Lohman.
Yes. Okay, that concludes our meeting. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and be safe.